Today, Morning Listeners is bringing to you an interview session with Dr. Stephvanie Wynn. Morning Listeners is an online magazine dedicated to women. It showcases various articles, interviews, and personal life stories on different matters concerning women. And today, our interviewee is Dr. Stephvanie Wynn. Dr. Stephvanie Wynn is a professional relationship coach, counselor, and consultant. She also happens to be the founder of Dr. Wynn Global, an international coaching, mental health, and corporate consulting firm focusing on building positive relationships between clients, family, friends, and colleagues. It aims to empower and inspire people across the globe. So let us welcome our guest. Hello, Dr. Wynn.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for having me this morning.
How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. It's really early on this side, so the idea of morning laziness is a real thing. That's an absolute real thing. Yes.
And again, thank you for joining us this early morning, for taking your time. So, how do you normally start your day with? Like most people have got different things. For me personally, it's a book. I normally start my day reading a book with a hot cup of coffee by my side. It really helps me, to start my day, to give that power to my body to function throughout the day energetically. And many others have other options, like many do medication, many indulge in yoga, aerobic exercises, and so on and so things. So, how do you normally start your day with?
I start my day, I wake up, I pray, I drink water and exercise, or at least stretch. Sometimes I don't actually do a full exercise, but I'll stretch. So I like to do that. And when I drink my water, I like to drink hot water in the morning, or at least warm water. I don't drink cold water. I drink that, get my body going, get everything flushing and moving for the morning. So absolutely, I may have to add that reading in. I usually read at night before I go to bed, something uplifting and encouraging and enlightening. So that's a great idea that you do that in the morning.
Oh, so we do have a common thread then.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And again, as you said, you start your day with exercises. It seems like you're more inclined to a healthy lifestyle.
Well, I get up. The first thing I do is I pray or thank God that I'm up. That's the first thing. Then the water, then the exercise. Yes, I do prefer doing that in the morning, healthy exercise, because the energy that I feel carries across in everything that I do that day. And if I miss it, I can tell later on, like, oh, I didn't do it. I'm tired much earlier in the day than I have to be. So absolutely, I do prefer some good health style.
That sounds really great. So, what did you today have on your breakfast plate?
That depends on what I get up to cook some days. Like today, for example, I'm not cooking breakfast right away because I'm just drinking the hot water, and then I'll have some tea after. But I like a good scrambled egg, maybe some turkey bacon or something like that. I don't eat pork, but maybe I still like bacon. So I don't know what to do about that. So I changed it to turkey bacon just for a little bit healthier, a little less cholesterol. And I don't eat a lot of carbohydrates, so don't eat too much breads either.
Even I don't eat, much of carbs in my diet, because I feel the more carbs you get, the more tiring and more full your body will be. And especially in the morning, you need to have something light to hold on to. So like for me, for example, I would like to have pancakes. Just one pancakes with honey and cinnamon topping, which is my favorite. Okay, I guess,
Awesome.
yeah, I guess we are tempting our audience now with all these delicious food choices.
Absolutely. Yay.
Right. So where do you actually stay?
I am in beautiful Arizona in the Metro Phoenix area. My offices are in Surprise, Arizona, which is in the West Valley of Phoenix. So out here, the weather is beautiful. It's the air is beautiful on this side in the West Valley. The people are wonderful. It's a very good environment, very good place. So yes, my office for my private practice and consulting and such is in Surprise, Arizona.
Oh, I haven't been to Arizona yet, but hearing about the weather and all from your side, I would love to visit that place sometime soon. Not now for sure because of the COVID pandemic and so on, so things going around. I would like it to cool down, and after a few years, I would love to visit that place. And then I hope to hear some advices from your side. Maybe as a guide, I could get you.
Absolutely, you sure can. I have people that come in from different areas, and I love to grab people up, take them around. A lot of people, so you want to make sure that you have transportation because people like to go to some of the big sites. For example, Grand Rapids. Well, Grand Rapids, Grand Canyon. I'm from Michigan, so Grand Rapids is in Michigan. But Grand Canyon is about 3 hours drive. And then there's Sedona, which is maybe an hour and a half. And of course, downtown Phoenix, which is right up the street. So you definitely want to make sure you have transportation or get someone who's going to be willing to do all of that driving. I'm willing. I love that kind of stuff.
Thank you. So, you are a professional relationship coach. So, for how long have you been working as a relationship coach?
Well, I have been as a clinical therapist as well as a relationship coach, and they are very different. I have been doing this for over 20 years. So I have had a lot of experiences with men and women and relationships, families as well, and how all of these dynamics work together. So I absolutely love it. Women, we are such beautiful gems, women. And we do have some difficulty understanding our male counterparts, though, and they vice versa. So learning to help them communicate is a big deal in coaching.
All right. And it's true that we women often have trouble understanding men. Sometimes they just behave so weirdly, and you be like, okay, what's wrong? Is it my fault? Or yeah, we often do. We often have troubles dealing with our men. I agree with you because I have my personal experiences from the same.
Mhm. I think we all have. Where, as a matter of fact, where are you located?
I'm actually from UAE.
Oh wow, yay! Oh, you are. That's why the time is so very different. It's really super duper early for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh wow. Okay, got you. Okay.
So you have been a therapist for 15 years and have established an official platform called Dr. Wayne Global, which provides coaching, counseling, and consulting services. So, what was that in your life that motivated you, influenced you to choose this particular career path?
Well, actually, what's funny is when I was a child, I decided I was going to be a child psychologist or a babysitter. So I was going to be a doctor or a babysitter. So when I got into the field, I started working with children. So I became a doctor and I worked with children. I don't babysit though, so there's that. But I absolutely have always just loved doing the work of helping and healing. So the natural progression came when not everyone needed just coaching. Some people actually need therapy, which is very different. Therapy deals with a lot of traumas, a lot of past issues, things like depression and anxiety. And coaching deals more with situational things, goal setting, and things like that. So it's definitely different, but I've always had a passion for helping people. And I love to see the success. I love to see the mind change. I love to watch that light bulb when they get it. It's an awesome, awesome feeling for me as well as for my clients.
It seems like you have chosen a profession that you're so passionate about. I mean, from your words, I could get how much happiness it brings to you when you see that you have actually helped out your client to solve an issue and they have actually succeeded in resolving the conflict. So it seems you're really passionate about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that comes across in my work as well. I've gotten many clients to say that they've had a great experience with my work. So I'm glad to know that.
So, in today's time, why do you think relationships or marriages become so hard to maintain for a longer duration? What do you think is that lacking factor between couples? Do you think it's communication or support?
Well, it's communication is key. As we mentioned a little while ago, communication is absolutely key. And support looks different for each person. So when you are saying possibly a lack of support, it may not be that the woman, for example, is not being supported, but that the way she needs to be supported isn't happening. Part of that is in communication, but it's also in understanding ourselves. We have to know what it is that we need, what it is that we expect, because our expectations color how we perceive things. So it's difficult because one, we often don't want to look at our own stuff. So if we don't look at our own mess, we simply pick the mess out of our partner and think that it's their fault or they're not doing something. But we have to make sure that we look at ourselves first and then make sure that you have a good, healthy partner who is communicating with you. For example, if a woman is married and her husband is doing something the way he does it, then it doesn't come across to her. That's where the challenges come in. So communication is key, as well as self-respect and self-identification.
Thank you for that, ma'am. Are depression and stress also the leading cause of relationship failures or most of the divorce cases? Or is it just an unsupportive life partner the main cause of divorce? Which do you think is,
Well,
yeah,
well, depression and anxiety are very, very, very big issues in the world. I believe the statistics were something like 75% of people in the world experience depression or anxiety at some point in their lives. It's not something that has to be a lifelong situation. So you can definitely get through it. I have many couples who one partner or the other was diagnosed with depression or anxiety, and they were still able to get through it. It does take a great deal of patience and understanding, recognizing first of all that the the issue is not your partner per se. They're not looking for attention. They're not just being lazy. They are actually experiencing a chemical imbalance. So one, what I would do in order to help build or help keep relationships stable when there's a struggle with depression and anxiety at that point, I would want them to what I call RAP, RAP. So one, recognize that it's a problem. It's not just your partner making up things. Two, adjust, being supportive, understanding, helping with getting appointments done, get professional help. If you have actual depression, not just sadness, there's a difference. Actual clinical depression, there is help, professional help that you can get. Some people take medications for it. I don't give medications. I don't do medications, but I do help people with something called cognitive behavioral therapy. And then prioritize. So that's RAP, RAP. Recognize, adjust, and prioritize. Prioritizing the well-being of your relationship, being able to know that you are valuable and your partner is valuable and know that you can come out of this. So prioritizing important things in your life to keep things stable. I think that would help to improve relationships. So yeah, it's definitely a factor, but it doesn't have to be the deciding factor.
thank you, ma'am. And it's true that often women don't understand that it's depression that is making them, weak and vulnerable. They just don't find the reason to go to a doctor. They think it's like, no, it's okay, I can handle this. And And many are often, fearful to go to a doctor, like thinking it's a huge disease, and they are fearful of it. So many are the reasons, why women don't approach a professional advice for healing that their depression or a trauma they had passed through in the past. So I guess that's one of the reasons why many women don't approach professional cause. But hopefully nowadays there are more women who are more aware of depression and who are willing to go to a professional for advice and all. So I guess there's a huge difference now happening than they were before.
Absolutely.
So when a woman does not get the enough support she desires from her husband, she seeks support from others, and those cases, affairs are prevalent. So marital affairs are sometimes considered to be cheating. Do you think so?
Well, first of all, there can be various reasons why cheating occurs in a marital affair. It's not necessarily the lack of support from her husband all the time, but we as women, sometimes I've had many clients who've had what they felt were unsupportive husbands and didn't cheat. So what we learned was how he feels that he's supporting you and how you can communicate better to get that support. So that's one part of it. We often also many women I've run across won't seek out the support. They actually take it personally as if, well, what am I doing wrong? Where am I going wrong? And I want to remind them that they are beautiful, wonderful people. And if they're feeling unsupported, that's fair. That's also a good time to talk to someone. Maybe if you have a mentor who is, say, if you're married, you and your husband are married for 2-3 years, maybe you have a mentor lady who's been married for 15 years or 30-40 years, and they're happily married. So don't go to someone who's not happy and get their counsel, but talk to some people who can be in your network of people to see, hey, do you ever feel like this, so that they know we're not alone if there's a feeling of lack of support. And then learn how your husband is communicating. Men are providers and protectors, and they love to tell the world about you as their wife, as their gift, as their blessing. So maybe they think working hard and making money is supporting you. Maybe they think you have this beautiful home and beautiful car, and they think it's supporting you. So you want to kind of make sure that you as a woman in that situation would learn what is the support that you need and what is it that they're doing trying to meet that. Because your husband, once you are married or dating in long-term relationship with a man, he would want to make you happy. Now, as far as infidelity, women, we have multiple situations that have been reasons to cheat. So that's a thought to keep in place. We don't cheat as all would expect, I guess, even in a non-supportive relationship.
All right, ma'am. Moving on, after the pandemic, if you see, we have seen a soaring urge in the divorce rates. So what do you think is a leading factor or cause for the same? Do you think, like, with lockdowns and all during the COVID pandemic, as protocols by the government policies, as couples need to stay all day together, no outings, no friends, do you think spending too much time together with your partners leading to relationship walls? What is your thought about it?
Absolutely. First of all, the stress of the pandemic in and of itself has been massive. So yes, the time spent together all day, usually you have a break. You go to work and then you're around different people, you get different information, you come back, you talk about it, you have something to discuss. many relationships, they did not have the same goals or the same path. So if you don't have that, you don't have things in common, and then you're around each other. So where it used to be so cute how he would uh, chew his food, all of a sudden becomes disgusting and irritating after you're seeing it every day, all day. So yes, the pandemic has had some serious impact on people having to stay together all day, every day with no break. Yes.
That is actually right, ma'am.
You've experienced something similar, I hear.
Yeah, something similar, I would say. Now, traditional relationships and modern relationships. What is your take on it?
Well, it's I guess it's an opinion type of thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Tradition, yes, traditional relationships and modern relationships. To me, modern is such a microwave type of generation. Everything has to come now. We need it now. We need to get to it right away. I expect you to have done that yesterday. I expect you to know what I need you to do, because Siri knows or Alexa knows. Well, your husband might not know. So that's the modern impact of it. Everything is to be done now. Traditional, we were much slower paced. We expected things to take longer, so our level of patience was better. I would say, I heard a TED talk once, and she said it used to be that marriage was one person for a lifetime. That's how. Now, relationships are one person at a time. So it's kind of different. Yeah, so hopefully we'll bring some balance in there.
So you were saying like over the years there is an outer definition of what exactly the relationship is over the years. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Very
Uh,
different.
right. What one last piece of advice would you like to give our women readers to deal with any kind of relationship complication or hurdles more bravely or more confidently?
First of all, I would recommend that they read Morning Laziness quite regularly. It's got a lot of great information in there, has a lot of great authors I've noticed as I was reading the online magazine. So I would definitely do that. Take up information from people who have what you want to have. If you are angry with your husband, don't go to your girlfriend who is angry with men. Go to the woman who has a good, positive relationship so that she can speak into your life. Talk to the people. What I always say is look at the fruit on the tree. So when you are talking to someone, when you're getting their advice, do they have what you want to have in that area? Because if they do not, you're going to get what they have in your own life. And that's a very important thing. I do a talk. I'm learning how to do lives online. And so if they were to follow me at Dr. Wynn Global on Instagram or Facebook or wherever I am, I do a talk called Live and Worthy at 5:30. That's 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. So you have to look and see Arizona time. It's 5:30 p.m. And I do a talk called Live and Worthy. So now, mind you, again, I'm learning how to do the live. So you can see one of the pictures I'm looking up at the screen like this, stuff like that. But it's where we talk about those things, where we give uplifting things. So you want to be able to listen to uplifting things. Even like, for example, if you drive from work, turn on something positive for yourself. Keep yourself uplifted. And then when things happen around you, they won't impact you as negatively or as difficult.
So I think seeking advice from the right person can often make a difference in your in your opinion or in your decision.
Absolutely. It definitely does. Because when people speak into your life, they can only give you what they have. So definitely getting the advice from the right person. Look at the fruit on the tree. You can also text people. I have a texting group where people can text me. If you want, I can share the phone number. It is okay, 623 257 7306 is directly to my texting community. Again, 623 is the Arizona area code, 257 7306, and I do answer. Now, I am not sitting with my phone every moment of the day, so I do not answer quickly. So it may take me some time to get back, but it is me getting back to you. So definitely, I love for you to people to text and see what's going on. I'm not going to hold a full conversation over text with you. I'm not going to provide a therapy session over text. I'm not going to coach you, but I can definitely give you some words of encouragement or support.
That's a great choice. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for giving your valuable time for this interview session. And I really appreciate all your concerns and all the answers you've given us concerning divorce cases and relationship advices. I'm sure it's going to help our women readers to deal with their own. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to more morning laziness, and I'm excited. You are awesome, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day ahead.
You too. You too. Bye bye.